thanks. Like, hey, Scoob, did you hear Nikki Blake is hosting a Scooby-Doo panel? No. Yeah. Like on today's Scooby-Doo episode, Scooby-Doo and Shaggy meet Nikki Blake. Yeah, and a Scooby Panel. Like, we need to get this puppy started. Okay, Nikki Blake, take it away, Scooby-Doo.
Welcome to the Scooby Panel. I'm your host, Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com, and today we are talking about the Scooby-Doo memes. Before we begin, I'll have everyone introduce themselves, and Wendy, will start with you.
Hi guys, I'm Wendy BRYDGE. I'm a commission artist, and I've been collecting Scooby for over 30 years.
Joel?
Hey there, I'm Joel from the YouTube channel Planet Scooby.
This should be fun. We're going to take a look at the Scooby-Doo memes, and we're just going to talk about them. So let's see what we got. So the first one is just something silly that the official Scooby-Doo page posted. There is no meme. This is just a reminder that you're doing great. Keep it going. So I just thought I'd throw that in there. We're not going to talk about that one.
It's pretty cute.
It is pretty cute. This one, me, and then people uploading Scooby-Doo memes. And I included this one because this was me today. I was going through scouring the internet for Scooby-Doo memes and just downloading whatever I could find. Can you guys relate to this with anything else other than Scooby-Doo memes?
I don't know. For me, it's more of like a rabbit hole of I go looking for one thing and then I see things that are entirely unrelated coming up in the search results. And I'm like, oh, look at that. And then I click it and then I want to do something with that. And then that it sort of sets off a chain reaction.
Yeah, I have that a lot of times. Like when I do a search for something and I'll be researching something for a panel, and then next thing I know, I'm like 20 things away from what I was looking at because I found something in a search and I'm like, oh, I got to read that. And then something else comes up and it's like, oh, I got to look at that. Joel, how about you?
Well, I know you said not related to Scooby memes, but people send me Scooby memes all the time that aren't are like friends and, are Scooby friends, just random people from my life. Like I had three people send me Scooby memes today that have nothing to do with our panels or anything.
Nice.
So I don't really go looking for memes anymore. People just send them to me and it's great.
Yeah. No, that's awesome. The next one is 3 different ones, and I figured I would put them on the same screen just because. So the first one is so glad I grew up with this, and it's hieroglyphics, and not this, which was Scooby-Doo, where are you? Which was a little irritating. The second one, can we take a moment to appreciate the fact that we grew up with this, Scooby-Doo, where are you? And not this, be cool, Scooby-Doo. And the third one, so glad that I grew up watching this, which is that Mystery Inc?
I would say so, yeah.
I think so. And not this being the Velma series. So what are your thoughts on these? Joel?
These are opinionated, I guess. I don't really understand the first one. Like, hieroglyphics has nothing to do with Scooby. Unless I'm missing something in the hieroglyphics. Is that maybe from the movie Scoob or something? I don't know. Or is it just they're just a fan of Egypt and its language and history and stuff? I don't really get it. Second one, I'm really glad I grew up with Scooby-Doo, Where Are You in the Scooby-Doo show. And that was my introduction. That I would agree with that, but I don't think I'd want to put down that series either because it has its fans. And well, third one, I'll obviously put down Velma because it's an awful show. But so maybe the third one I agree with the most. Well, I think in my case, it would be like take the first picture and the second one and slap it on the Mr. Inc. picture. Because I'm glad I had Scooby-Doo, Where Are You first and not Mr. Inc. You couldn't have Mr. Inc. without Scooby-Doo, Where Are You anyway, right?
Yeah, that's true. Wendy?
I have no qualms about putting down certain series, so I'm going to go ahead and do it. I will agree. The first one, though, whoever made this, like, what are you even talking about? It doesn't even make any sense. I don't know. Definitely A+ on the second one. I'll even go along with the third one. It's fine, but I would agree. I think that the perfect one would be take the mystery Inca one away and put the Where Are You on the third one, and I think it would be better. But just to be clear, I am 100% okay with that second meme because I feel that way. So
I wonder if the hieroglyphics is from something Scooby related. I
Yeah.
don't remember it from anything, but yeah, that first one doesn't make sense. I don't really agree with the second one either, because I do think Be Cool was a good series. But I am happy that I did grow up with Scooby-Doo, Where Are You? And yeah, like you guys said, the perfect meme of this would be to put the Scooby-Doo, Where Are You picture, and then under that, the Velma series picture. That'd be perfect. Next one. Me. Ew, that's what hot dogs are made of? Also me. Scooby-Doo holding 2 hot dogs. Joel?
Yeah, I mean, finding out what hot dogs are made of, which was everything but the moo or the oink, never bothered me. And yeah, if you ever go to Toronto, maybe not you, Nikki, because I don't think you were there eating hot dogs, but if you do go to Toronto, there's street meat everywhere, and it's like before you go to a concert, you always grab a hot dog and grab as many hot dogs as you want, and then you just wander down the street and grab more hot dogs. So yeah, yeah, I agree with that meme. I like it.
Wendy?
yeah, I like that too. I can relate to that. And Joel's right. Right down the street from Royal Ontario Museum. Actually, they had, when we were there last, they had 2, like one on that corner and one on that corner, and they were so good that we went back for seconds. And the first lady's like, she's like, oh, I'm closing for a bit. She's like, go over to that cart over there. And we were like, yeah, but yours were so good. She's like, that's literally my sister. It's going to be exactly the same. So yeah, definitely can get some good ones in Toronto. Who honestly, sometimes you just have to be like, who cares what it's made of? Because it's delicious. So just like keep it to yourself. I don't care what's in it. Whatever. Yeah. Eat it.
I don't really eat hot dogs just because I don't like them. Although I have eaten more than my fair share for the panels. But I do like this meme just because I love the look on Scooby's face. Next. Come on, gang. Let's go check the comments section for clues. Joel?
Yeah, I read the comment section a lot. I don't know if I go for clues. I'm going more for the insanity. Because I'm assuming the clue would be if the person doing the video is insane, maybe. I don't know. Like you're not gonna usually with a video or I guess yeah, it depends. I'm thinking videos, but I guess a Facebook message if someone wrote something strange, you might go for the comments, but I just go for the craziness, not to solve the mystery for the comments, in my case.
Wendy?
Yeah, I can appreciate where they were trying to go with this, but I think it's just a little too ambiguous to actually work. Like A for effort. I can like thinking about it, I'm like, oh, okay, I get it now, but I don't really think this is a successful one.
I get it because I do see a lot of stuff in my feed where it's like, oh, here are the 9 reasons that you need to do this. And then the article is the first comment, but you never want to click on that because you don't know if it's an actual article or it's going to take you to something crazy. So sometimes you'll just check the comments to see because people will post what it's about.
Right.
But yeah, like Joel, I also look at the comments for a lot of things because you know that they're just going to be crazy and hilarious and you're just going to be laughing. So comments are always the best. Next one is that Scooby-Doo article about the dog that blew up the house with a can of deodorant that we talked about in the Real Crimes panel. And then it has Scooby under it, and it says they didn't have Scooby snacks. Now they don't have a house. So the one thing that bugs me about memes and this one is that it's missing in between have and house. Like, I hate memes that have typos. It totally loses everything for me. But I had to include it because I thought it was funny. Joel, what are your thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I don't think it's in Scooby's character, but it's good Scooby face that matches the description. So, yeah, I mean, yeah, it's funny.
We don't see Scooby angry that often. So, of course, people are going to take screenshots of it when they do.
Yeah.
Wendy?
Yeah, I agree with Joel. It's not in Scooby's character, and that's what's keeping me from enjoying it. Like, yeah, I get it and it's clever, but also it just doesn't suit Scooby. So again, I would say it's unsuccessful for me.
Yeah, I definitely can't see Scooby burning down someone's house or blowing up their house or whatever because they didn't have Scooby snacks. And I probably would have gone with like Scooby's clone from What's New when he had the red eyes, because I think that would have made more sense here.
Mm.
So there's a bunch of different ones with Fred unmasking someone, and I just chose to kind of put here. The one is, so who's behind all my problems? And then he unmasks himself and it says, damn. And the other one, okay, gang, let's see who the monster really is. They unmask Velma from the Velma series and it's Mindy Kaling. Joel, your thoughts?
I like the second one more. I don't entirely get the first one. I know, I kind of get it, but the second one, I find funnier.
Wendy?
I definitely love both of these. At the risk of sounding like a narcissist, I can't relate to the first one, but I certainly know a lot of people that the first one I would say applies to 100,000%. So I think it's very clever. I like that one. But definitely the second one, that's very well deserved.
Yeah, I have to agree. The second one is definitely the best. And it's that one I really found funny. When I saw it, I was laughing quite a lot. The next one, when you get to work and all the good donuts are taken, and it's Scooby being angry again. Joel?
Well, if Scooby was on time, all the good donuts would still be there.
That is a good point.
Yeah, I like it. It's good.
Wendy?
Okay, well, I'm just going to point it out because Joel was too polite to do it. Donuts is spelled wrong. Just going to put that out there. You know, it's missing a whole bunch of letters, but unfortunately, I can't relate to this because I've never had to work in an office setting where anyone would just randomly bring donuts. I mean, if I would love to get up in the morning and there was just like a random box of donuts in my kitchen. And to be honest, I'd be like, okay, I don't really care. Is there a bad donut? The only bad donut is one that some creep licked the icing off of and put it back in the box. Other than that, there's no bad donut.
So in the United States, we spell donuts DONUTS because spelling it out the other way is just too much. And because Dunkin' Donuts has made everyone think that donut is spelled like that.
Mm.
I'm usually the one that would bring in the donuts because I'm the one that's always there first. So I can't really relate to this either. Yeah.
Which donut would you take, Nikki?
Boston cream.
Nice.
Do you guys have a favorite donut?
I do.
Well, yeah. Oh, can we guess Joel's?
I don't think you
See,
could.
Joel, you look like a honey cruller man.
I love that donut, but it's not my favorite.
I don't even know what a honey cruller is, and I can't even guess because I think you have different donuts than we have.
Probably. It looks like a giant knobby tractor tire.
Yeah.
And it has this, like, Joel, how would you describe like that texture on the inside? It's like spider webby.
Yeah,
It's kind of chewy and stretchy, but not.
Yeah.
Wow.
And it has like just like a sugary glaze on it.
It's delicious.
It is delicious.
Okay.
Okay, well, you need to spill. What's your favorite?
It's chocolate sour cream glaze.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Would not have pegged you for that, but they're quite good.
But
Okay.
they screw you around. Sometimes you get it and it comes without the glaze, and you're like, what the hell is this?
Oh, yuck.
Yeah. So it's like a 50-50 chance with Tim Hortons you get the right one.
Does this
Okay.
have like sour cream on the inside or?
No, it's like a glaze on the outside.
Mhm.
I don't know how to describe it. Like, you don't think sour cream on a donut would be something, but it's good.
Yeah.
I
And
guess
is
it's
the
less,
chocolate inside the donut?
it's like a doughy chocolate. So
Yeah,
it's
like
a
the
chocolate.
batter's chocolate.
Yeah, the batter's
Okay.
chocolate. Yeah.
Okay. That
And it's
makes
got like a glaze that you can lick off your fingers after and stuff.
Mhm.
sense. Okay. Wendy, what's your favorite donut?
Well, I do like a Boston cream, but in Canada, we do have like the Canadian version of a Boston cream, which is sometimes I've noticed different Tim Hortons. Sometimes they mess up the ones that have the cream in them with the ones that are just the whole. So it's like a Canadian, I can't even think of what it is. Anyway, it's a Boston cream that's covered in like a maple icing instead of chocolate icing. But it's the same, I think it's the same cream inside. Fantastic.
It's really good. Hurts my teeth.
All the sugar.
All the sugar, yeah.
All right, our next one.
Oh my God.
Your crush, which is just Shaggy as a woman from the movie. Her dad, which is that Shaggy's uncle from Shaggy's Showdown?
Maybe.
I
I can't
forget.
remember.
Her brother, which is Shaggy, all buff from the movie. Her BFF, Shaggy, cartoon Shaggy sitting on a beach. Her ex, I think that's Shaggy from Multiverses. I could be wrong. And then you, which is just the weirdest Shaggy I've ever seen. Joel, your thoughts?
I always like these ones, and I like this one. It's clever.
It is clever, I guess. Wendy?
Yeah, it's different. I don't know. It's kind of weird. All that I really want to know is that final one like an actual in between shot, or did somebody like make it? Because I did take a screenshot the other day trying to get something serious and caught Scooby like mid something, and it was horrifying. So I want to know. I would bet that that is an actual screenshot right there, but I want to know what that's from.
It does look like his shirt.
Hmm.
It's just the face that looks weird. And I've done the same thing in taking screenshots. I have caught some pretty crazy moments, and I'm just like, whoa, like,
Mhm.
there's no way that that was intentional.
Yeah. Yeah. I wonder if that's from it's in the intro. I'm not sure what episode it's from, but it is in the intro to Where Are You? Where Shaggy like he's like, and then his hair like goes all spiky.
Oh,
Mm.
yeah.
And I wonder if that's like a transition for that. And we're gonna have to experiment with that later.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. It would make sense if it was actually from Scooby. All right, this one, no one says anything. And then Fred, let's split up, gang. Daphne and I will search the bedroom. Joel?
Yeah, it's kind of, I think we're all just kind of tired of that joke. So, but it's a good face on Freddy to pick. But yeah, I didn't really find it that funny.
Wendy?
Yeah, that's a hard pass. No, it's not funny. Even if you're okay with like that kind of humor for Scooby, it's still not really that funny. No.
Yeah, I wasn't thrilled with this one either. There were better ways to do that, although some of the other ones that I saw that I didn't include were way worse than this one.
Mm.
It's Scrappy holding a sack on a stick, and it says the hatred for Scrappy is so unanimous that they turned him into the villain in Scooby-Doo. Wendy, I'll let you go first on this one.
I guarantee you that whoever made this had to look up the word unanimous before they used it to make sure they were using it properly. Because, like, the IQ level here is pretty low. Yeah. No. There was a good meme to be made here, probably, but not with that first line. No. No. Now we need to bring out Scrappy for the next 5 minutes to make up for that crap.
Joel.
Yeah, it's pretty amateurish. It's like something you'd see on like Scooby Reddit. Like it's like a bunch of up arrows, and you're just like, who are these people? Why do they all like this? This is stupid.
It is a weird meme, and I do think that they could have done it differently. I mean, it's definitely not unanimous that everyone hates Scrappy. I think right now it's either an even split or people might even like him more now.
Yeah.
So, yeah. I don't know who made these memes. So if anybody knows or they made them and they want credit, let me know. This one is a picture of 3 mystery machines on a street, and it says there must be some real evil in that house to attract the Scooby Federation. Wendy?
Okay, well, I will say that this is making me hope that there is another meme in your list coming up that's similar to this. I really hope it's there. I've not seen this one before. Yes, I enjoy it, but also, and I'm just being really picky here, Scooby Federation, like, there's only one mystery machine and one Scooby gang, okay? They don't need a bunch of other mystery solvers, like, even if it's just clones of themselves. So, yeah, for that, I don't know, I'm too picky.
Joel?
It's okay. It's, I don't know, like the real evil, they're not exorcists or anything. They're just, so yeah, and the Scooby Federation. This is the one where the comments section applies, where I'm like, want to go to the comments to get more information on this. Looks like it's from like a Google map or something with the arrows that maybe Street View or something that someone caught. But I mean, I don't think they put much thought into it. They just wanted to show this cool picture. I probably, I don't know if I could come up, I'm not saying I could come up with a better comment, but if I came up with this, I wouldn't bother posting it. I just post a picture.
Yeah, the real evil thing didn't make sense. The Scooby Federation didn't make sense. But I'll tell you, I would be excited to see 3 mystery machines.
For sure.
So,
One mystery machine even. Just
yeah. My knowledge of Scooby-Doo, and it's a huge stack of pages, and then my knowledge of being a normal human being, and it's just a tiny little notebook, like a mini notebook. Wendy?
Yeah, guilty is charged right there. That's A+ for that one.
Joel?
well, compared to the rest of you, my knowledge of Scooby-Doo is like that little book, but to everyone else, it's like that thick encyclopedia. I've just gotten so old I can't remember all the episodes anymore and details, and I don't know like the later half. So maybe I know like the 69 to like maybe 1980 and all these other years. I don't know why I'm like motioning towards it. You can't see what I'm motioning towards. Which applies to the second part, being a normal human being. Yeah, no, definitely not. So, yeah.
Yeah, I think Steffi had said that she made this meme or made a similar meme or something.
Okay.
But yeah, I like this one because I think it's kind of funny. Like, it's true. I have a lot of knowledge of Scooby-Doo, but yeah, not so much being a normal human being. This was one that was posted on the official Scooby-Doo site on Facebook, and it says, "When you can see the future in the mirror," and it's skinny Shaggy looking in a funhouse mirror, and he looks fat. Wendy?
Okay, again, I'm just going to be a negative Nancy tonight because it's just the way I am, but I'm surprised and disappointed that the official Scooby account would make that. Because this is, I mean, it's not exactly the same, I understand, but like this is giving, to use the language that the kids use these days, like this is giving like Frank and creepy vibes. where, you know, Daphne's like completely losing it because she's all of a sudden like the world's biggest size 8 or whatever it was. Like it's like, no, honey, that's like what they depicted you as is like a 38, not an 8. But yeah. So I don't I feel like there was a funny meme to be made from one of the funhouse mirrors from this scene, but it wasn't this. So yeah, that's going to be a pass on that one for me.
Joel?
Yeah, this one's kind of weak. I think they have to have some pre-context, like maybe Mr. Machine going up to Canada for some poutine and then showing this. That would be funny, but on its own, yeah, it's just dumb.
Why do they assume that people are just going to be fat?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
that's what I don't like about this. You know, there were so many other things that they could have done, like shown Shaggy with a beard or something, you know, but yeah. It is the gang searching the ground, and it says me searching for validation when I have an unpopular opinion. Wendy?
Yeah, I don't really like this one because I really don't need anybody's validation for anything that I think. Unpopular or popular really doesn't matter. I'm not, I'd be sitting in the for my, if this was my meme, me searching for validation when I have an opinion, and it would just be me like Scooby, you know, where he's like behind the wheel of the Batmobile and all of a sudden he's got Batman's cowl on and he's just having a great old time. Like that would be my version of this meme. So yeah, I can't relate to this one. So yeah, no, pass.
Joel?
Yeah, I don't think any of us need any validation for our opinions because you got to own your opinions. If you don't, then you're, I don't know. But I get it if you're insecure and stuff. But I don't know. This one doesn't work for me.
Yeah, I think it doesn't really work for me either. There were a lot of other things that they could have put on here that would have been better. Great Danes only live 6 to 8 years. Really sucks to be Scooby-Doo. And Scooby is crying. And Wendy is making a face. So Wendy.
I just like what I wouldn't give to have as much free time in my day as the person that decided that this needed to exist. Like, who hurt you? What did who peed in your cornflakes this morning? Like, what? Why? Why is this a thing? I get it, but no. There's there's too much like negative bad crap out there. If you're gonna take the time to make a meme, make it funny or make it positive or don't make it at all. But we don't need to be talking about Scooby dying. It's very inappropriate and we don't like it. So like, yeah, don't be making memes like this, guys. It's not funny.
Joel?
Yeah, I don't find it funny either. And just the last sentence or last part just really makes it sad. Um, I don't think dogs are aware of death. They don't know maybe they do know the concept, but I'm not sure if they do like we do. Um, so it should be the gang crying maybe. But yeah, I don't like this at all.
Yeah, I didn't like this one either, but I thought I'd throw it in there. To be is to do, Socrates. To do is to be, can't. Doobie doobie doo, Scooby-Doo. Wendy?
Oh man. Sort of wading into the shallow end of the gene pool here. I guess it's cute, but it's like that's a stretch. That's a stretch. That's all I'm gonna say. I'm gonna try not to be too rude, but like that's too much of a stretch for this to be like a good meme.
Joel?
Yeah, you've seen this before with like Yoda, and I think they just saw something with Yoda, and because that's all the rage, and they just threw Scooby in, trying to steal Yoda's thunder, but it doesn't really work. It's not bad, it's not horrible, but they could do better.
He doesn't even say doobie doobie doo.
No.
No.
So
That's the
it,
problem.
yeah, so it just didn't really fit for me. It's the gang, normal picture of the gang from Where Are You? And it says, for Halloween, I should dress up as someone from Scooby-Doo and take off people's masks. Wendy?
I feel like we need to do this. That's what this meme is. This meme is like peer pressuring me into being like, let's get together for Halloween and dress up like the Scooby Gang. And we're going to make Joel Fred because Fred's usually the one that pulls the mask off. So we're just going to watch while Joel does it and gets in trouble.
Joel?
I don't think I'd be taking off anyone's mask. Because I don't get punched. But yeah, I like your thought of putting me in that position. Um, but I'm not that brave. Yeah, this isn't bad.
I do like this one. I thought it was cute. Lots of people say Shaggy and Velma. Some weird people say Shaggy and Daphne, but we all know it's Shaggy and sandwiches. Wendy?
Okay. Oh, all right. Well, first of all, guys, please, if you're going to make a meme that's going to go on the internet for all of eternity, at least learn how to spell sandwich right. It's not that hard. I promise it's not that hard to like spell check your stuff. It's that's bothering me a lot.
See, it bothers you too. Misspellings and missing words and yeah.
Yeah. I mean, if you're writing like a 5,000 word article, okay, I can maybe let a typo go. There's less than like 20 words here. How do you screw that up? But I thought I wasn't gonna like it when it first popped up on the screen. I guess that I could be okay with this. I mean, I have a filthy brain. So, given that like the first two things are about having a relationship with something or someone, where my brain went for the third one was like absolutely not. Like what? No. But clearly that's not exactly how they meant it. So, hey, it's not a picture of Shaggy and Crystal, so for that I give it a pass.
Joel?
I can relate to this one. I remember being on like a date, and all I could think about was going home and making a sandwich.
Oh gosh, I'm not surprised by that. Were you dressed like Shaggy or just
Probably.
like him?
It's like 2006.
Okay.
And I just bought some deli meat, and I was just like, I can't wait to go home and make that sandwich.
Yeah. Yeah, I kind of like this meme. That's why I included it. Thought it was cute. Remember when Scooby-Doo had all the Infinity Stones, and it's a picture of Scooby holding that ladle thing from 13 Ghosts. Wendy?
I am not enough of a nerd to understand this one. I mean, I've looked it up before, so like I at the moment I don't need anyone to explain it to me, but like when I first saw it, I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? I have no clue. So, yeah, no, not for me.
Joel?
I am a nerd enough to understand this, so I like it. I'm just wondering what Scooby would do.
Hmm.
I guess we know from the episode. Didn't he just toss it to Scrappy or something?
I don't
I
remember.
I don't remember either. I thought he was able to do stuff with it though.
Yeah, it was Malivore, right? And 13 Ghosts.
I have
So he
no
didn't do
idea.
the Thanos thing.
Yeah. This is Velma on the ground looking for her glasses, and it says, my subtitles. I can't hear without my subtitles. Joel?
This one I do like because I know a lot of people who can't watch anything without subtitles. So I get it. I found it funny. I've seen this one before. But I always like this one.
Wendy?
Yeah, this is one of my favorite ones because I am also like that. And my goodness, Hollywood, take note. The fact that this had to be made is your fault because clearly you are not doing anything to like watch over your movie while you're editing it. We can't hear anything. Guys, we can't see anything. It's silent. It's in the dark. It's ridiculous. So yes, I love this one. And this one also makes me think of the, hands down, the best moment from the all girls Ghostbusters movie. Where is it Chris Helmsworth that was in that one? So many Helmsworths. I don't even
Yeah.
know which one it was. Was it him? And
Yeah.
he's like the secretary and he's an idiot.
Yeah.
And he's sitting at his desk and they're like, okay, like you can't hear this, or what, I can't remember exactly what it was, but like, you can't be listening to what we're doing. And he's like, oh, no problem. So, and it was a very funny moment. The entire theater really, really laughed. Crystal has the best laugh in the world, and it made her laugh, that genuine laugh, which just was like the best thing for me. So yeah, A+ for this, 100 out of 100. This is a good one.
I like this one. It's not my favorite, but I like it. This is from the Obliteratrix episode, and the top says, like, where does she keep getting those weapons? And the bottom says the outfit has no pockets. And I just thought it was funny. It is actually from the episode, like that's what they say. And I didn't want to choose memes that were like that, but I kind of thought this was funny because, you know, where do they get all the stuff that they have? I related it to that and how they can't possibly be pulling out all this stuff and food from their pockets. So I just thought it was funny. Joel?
Yeah, I like this one. I like that they wrote that into the episode too. I think it's good writing. I worked with a lot of girls and we had uniforms and all the guys' uniforms had pockets and the girls didn't have any pockets. So I heard all about pockets all the time. And they were mostly angry because they couldn't carry around their cell phones. And the guys were mostly just carrying around food, surprisingly, like cookies and jerky and meat sticks.
I can
I
see
can't explain
jerky
why.
in a pocket, but cookies?
Oh, no, cookies in a pocket. Your body temperature warms them up.
Oh my God.
Better than a microwave cookie. Way better. They'd be in like plastic wrap, you know.
Oh, okay. All right.
Oh, that made all the difference right
I
there.
was thinking like you're wrapping a cookie in a paper towel or a napkin and just sticking it in your pocket.
Well, that has happened.
But if it's actually like in plastic, I feel like that's better.
70% of the time is in, yeah, a Ziploc bag or something. But, you know, bacon would go in pockets and paper towels and stuff.
Bacon in a pocket?
Oh, yeah.
I don't know.
And you think people would be disgusted by it, but all these girls with the pockets are like, give me some of that food. They didn't care. But it made me wish they had pockets so I could get in on their food that they found.
I don't think women tend to carry food in their pockets, though. Maybe that's
Because they
just
don't have
a guy
pockets.
thing. Even, I don't know, even having pockets, like,
Don't moms carry around like soda crackers in their pockets and Tic
not
Tacs? And,
usually in a pocket, no. It's like in their purse or a
Yeah, that's
diaper
what your
bag.
purse is for.
yeah.
Yeah.
This is a work situation, not a real life situation.
Yeah.
So no one had purses.
Wendy, what are your thoughts on this meme?
Okay, well, as a kid growing up in the 90s, all I can think about right now is puppy in my pocket, and Joel said cookies in the pocket and bacon in the pocket, and now I'm just imagining some kind of crazy 90s toy that is related to that, and now I'm going to be thinking about that all night long, and it doesn't make any sense, so I can't visualize anything, but it's still there and it wants to become something in my mind. So thanks a lot for that. I don't understand the reference in this one. I don't know what it's from. My issue with it is that weapons would not fit in pockets. So I'm like, to me, the joke doesn't work. because pockets wouldn't be helping. So yeah, I don't know. No.
That is true. She wouldn't have been able to fit most of the stuff in her pockets anyway. So this is a dog in the back of a truck, a canine unit, and it says, I don't know, man. It's just sometimes I think Scooby gets too much credit. Joel?
Yeah, this is cute. I don't think other dogs are aware of Scooby, but it's cute. I'm sure that dog is well loved and looked after and gets a lot of credit. So he has no reason to be grumpy, but yeah, it's cute.
Wendy?
Okay, interesting how different people's perceptions of things are different. Because as Joel was talking, I was struggling to see the meme from how he was seeing it and how it obviously was meant to be, because it popped up and I read it and I'm like, what? That's backwards to what I thought it was going to say when I got to the end of it. I think that this would make more sense if it said, I don't know, man. It's just sometimes I think Scooby-Doo doesn't get enough credit. A police dog who also does not get enough credit would be, to me, should be recognizing the other dog who is doing amazing things and saving the day, who's also not getting enough credit. So I don't know. This one doesn't, I can't see it. I just can't imagine that dog like thinking something negative about Scooby or being jealous of Scooby, or I don't know. But it doesn't, yeah, this one I must be too dumb for.
I did see it from Joel's perspective when I first looked at it, but I can see what you mean too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, like I can guarantee you how you guys are looking at it is how they meant it.
Mm-hmm.
But like I say, I can't. My brain just can't compute it that way. So
yeah. I mean, it's a dog and he's cute, so. It is the gang unmasking someone, and it says, I don't care if I'm 5 years old or 55 years old, I will still watch Scooby-Doo. Joel?
Yeah, entirely true. For sure. I can't really comment on this. This is just reality.
Wendy?
yeah, amen to this sentiment.
Yeah, I like this one. It's very true. And this one goes around a lot, and people say this a lot. So, first picture, there's two pictures on the slide. The first one is the mystery machine in the Ghostbusters vehicle. It says, there must be some spooky shit going down in my neighborhood. And the next one is the mystery machine, the supernatural car, and the Ghostbusters car. And it says, something really serious happened here. Joel?
I like both pictures, but the first one, the caption I like better. It, yeah, I think that one's funnier. The other one, it's cool, but I'm like, it's not really funny. Like serious could imply like deaths or something, or the other one's just kind of like supernatural, spooky fun. So I like the first one better.
Wendy?
Yeah, I have definitely seen other versions of ones that have the Impala, the Ghostbusters car, and the mystery machine, and it has a way better caption than something really serious happened here. Like that's okay, whoever, like guys, like that's an F right there for that caption, because that was so lame it's not funny. And there are definitely ones out there that like are, yeah, they nailed it, because this was the one I was hoping for earlier, that you would do one that had the Impala in it too. The first one's cute too. But yes, anytime you want to mash up the mystery solving people and make a meme, yeah, I'm all on board for that.
There were ones that I had seen in the past that were better than this one as far as captions, but I couldn't find the ones that were better, so I just put this one in. But yeah, I do like memes like this. I think it's fun. Scooby in his bathrobe and his slippers, and it says, me, I'll be there at 9 a.m., me at 8:57 going to the shower. Wendy?
Okay, I get why people love this. I hate this meme from the bottom of my soul. because I am the person that is like, and now this, the irony and hypocrisy of what I am about to say, given that I was late signing on to the panel tonight. I'm aware of it completely, but typically I am the person that is like, I'm early. I'm early for things, or at the very least on time, but like this, and I know that I would actually venture to say that the majority of people are of this mindset, where they are just like, they don't even care about being late. Like, there are some people who they really just have terrible organization skills, but they don't like that they're late all the time. But then there are people who they don't give an F. They really don't. You can make plans with them and it's just like they are in their own little world. They're doing this. Yeah, there are so many Archie comics where Veronica is pulling this crap, and I've hated it since I was like 4 years old, and I still hate it. So yeah, cannot relate to this. If you are this person, please don't do this. Unless you are going someplace by yourself and it doesn't matter. If you're just meeting yourself somewhere, fine. But like if you're meeting other people, like don't be doing this.
Joel?
This is why Scooby doesn't get the donuts.
Yeah. There you go.
That's true. This one kind of gives me anxiety because I don't like to be late.
Yeah.
And like seeing that, oh, you tell someone you're gonna be there at 9 and then you're not even ready by then, just gives me some anxiety. I do know people like this, and I try very hard to be calm about it, but yes.
The majority of people are like this.
Yeah. Like, I'm the person that I'll sit in a parking lot for a half an hour so that I'm on time for something.
Same.
I'll just look at my phone or whatever. But
Yeah.
Shaggy and Scooby running away from the green ghost, and it says, let's split up, they said. You'll be fine, they said. Joel?
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen this back in the, like, before memes were memes. I'd see this in like our high school newsletter, not this particular thing, but you'll be fine, they said, this said. I found it funny then, but it's just been overplayed for me. It's the last 30 something years, so yeah, it's okay.
Wendy?
Okay, well, I love that trope because I used it just yesterday in one of my daily Scooby tweets. I pulled this, so I love it. I think that they could have maybe chosen a better image to pair it with. Like, it's not that it doesn't work. It's just it just feels a little bit lazy for some reason, but I love it. I think it's great. And anytime someone pulls out the they said trope, I'm there for it every time.
I liked it, I guess. It was all right. This is a take on Star Wars. It says, and I'm gonna mess this up because Ruar Ron Riz Rouncil, Rut Re Ru Rot Rant Ru the Rank Rev Raster. And then Shaggy says, like, you've changed, Scoob. And Obi-Wan says, am I the only one who didn't understand a word of that? Joel?
You have to send me this because it's not that I find it hilarious or anything, but I know someone who would.
Wendy?
Yeah, I didn't understand any of it, but for other reasons. Because I don't like Star Wars. Yeah, I'm sure that it's clever, but it's not I'm not the target audience for this one.
I thought it was kind of funny just because, they've said in the cartoon that, oh, I don't understand what that dog is saying, and so I just thought it was funny that it was a take on that. Why I'd be kicked out of the gang. Shaggy says zoinks, Scooby says rutro, Daphne says jeepers, Velma says jinkies, and I say, well, Joe?
I think this applies to both of you.
I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah, you're not wrong. Can't deny it. Can't argue it, even a little tiny bit. Nope. That's why we're starting our own gang. Well, it's our own gang.
Wendy, what are
Love
your thoughts on this one?
Part of me is like, okay, that's inappropriate because it's Scooby, but also if Joel's not wrong, it's yeah, I love this one. 10 out of 10.
I do like this one a lot. Yeah. I laugh every time I see it. I really like this one. So it's Lisa as a vampire, and Shaggy says, like, zoinks, Lisa, eat a Snickers. And she says, why? And he says, because you turn into a vampire. And he says, better. And she's back to herself, and she says, better. Wendy?
Yeah, I feel like the whole like Snickers thing, hangry bit is totally overdone. But I've never seen this meme before, and I love Lisa, and it definitely works. I think it works pretty well in this context. So yeah, it's pretty good.
Joel?
Yeah, this is pretty good. It's a lot of reading, but I like it. It took me a while to figure out which I am reading. Like, it's just a lot going on. But yeah.
Yeah. If they made it a little bit more like panels, it might have been easier to know which way to go. But
And they should have put the when you get hungry, it should have been up underneath the first line. Because it's too easy to even just like not even see it.
Which I
Yeah.
didn't see it. I didn't even read that part. So but yeah, I do like this one a lot. This is another one posted by the official Scooby-Doo Facebook, and it says, expanding my stomach for upcoming holidays, and it has Shaggy opening his mouth really wide, eating a big sandwich. Wendy?
Yeah, I guess like I guess it's a good one, but unfortunately, I am not the person. Like, do not take me to an all-you-can-eat buffet because it is just a huge waste of money for me. I know people who literally can eat as much as they want, and I'm just like, how? How are you doing that? Because yeah, I'm not that person. I've so many times I've wanted to be that person because of like places that I've been. When my stomach is done, there is nothing else that you can put in it. So I can't relate to this one. I can appreciate it because I know a lot of people can do that. But yeah, for me, the holidays is not, I can't make my stomach expand at all to take in anything extra. So it's nothing special for me.
Joel?
It's not bad. I like it. Yeah, I don't know what I can add to it. It's it's not a 10 out of 10. It's like 5 out of 10.
I probably would have used a different caption other than expanding your stomach, because I don't know, I can't relate to that either.
Yeah. I remember like didn't Joey and Friends like
When he had to
Thanksgiving?
eat the turkey
Yeah.
and he had the maternity pants on.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then after he ate the turkey, Monica was putting a pie away and he was like, wait, what's that?
Yeah.
That it was a pie. And he's like, oh, cut me a little sliver. And then she went to cut just a really small, and he's like, bigger, bigger, bigger. And he's like, come on, a normal piece. And yeah. The next meme is Velma again looking for her glasses, and it says, my glasses. I can't update my status without my glasses. I personally can relate to this because I can't see without my glasses, literally. Like if I take them off, I can't see anything. So, Joel?
Yeah, I can't knock this one because I always like it when people say my glasses, no matter what. I kind of find it funny. I like the other one, the subtitles one better, but this is good.
Wendy?
Yeah, update my status was an interesting choice for me. I think I'm too old or too young, one or the other. I can't decide which, but yeah, I don't really like I understand, but I also don't really get it. like I do, but I don't. So yeah, I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see it and just think about the subtitles one.
Yeah. I think like Joel, it's just the whole my glasses thing.
Yeah.
Like it's funny to me because I can relate to that. So when someone types ROFL, I always imagine Scooby-Doo trying to say waffle. Joel?
Yeah, that's funny.
Wendy?
Okay, I can honestly say I have never, like, I had to work just now to read ROFL as ROFL. I had to work at it. So yeah, I'm not gonna say anything else.
It was even funny when you said ROFL.
It was. Yeah. I like this one. I think it's cute. It's a picture of the mystery machine on fire, and it says Scooby and the gang with the wrong criminal this time. Wendy?
Not really funny. Like maybe it should be, objectively speaking, but it's just not. It just doesn't work.
Joel?
Yeah, I don't find it fun either. I get what they're going for with the dichotomy versus like the cuteness of the Mystery Machine, and then you throw in the shock word of with the wrong criminal, whatever. But I don't find it funny because I want a Mystery Machine. I don't want to see it on fire.
That's my problem with this one, is seeing it on fire. It should never be on fire. Like, there's no reason that the mystery machine should ever look like that. Joel, here's your Yoda one. It's Yoda holding Scooby, and it says Scooby-Doo. And then it's just Yoda. It says, or Scooby-Doo not. Joel?
You know, I like Star Wars, I like Scooby. Uh, I didn't really laugh out loud at this one, but if I saw this in 1995, it'd probably blow my mind. So I'm old now. It's just I've seen so many memes with Yoda.
Yeah, I don't get it. I don't get the joke. Yeah.
It's a Yoda thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I figured, but that's a cute Scooby though. I'll say that.
Yeah.
Yeah. This is, again, the gang looking on the ground, and it says, when someone gives you their opinion, so you start looking for where you asked them for it. This one just made me laugh because of the caption. Wendy?
Yeah, that's a 10 out of 10 right there. That's much better than the other one with that picture. Yep.
Joel?
Yeah, 100% much better.
Yeah. When I saw this one, I was like, Wendy's gonna like this one. This one is my favorite. Scooby-Doo taught us that the real monsters are humans. Wendy?
Yeah, that is the ultimate quintessential Scooby meme right there. Probably don't really need any of the other ones. Like this is the definitive one. And yeah, I like this one. 10 out of 10.
Joel?
Yeah, it's a classic. Good way to end it too.
Yeah, this one is my favorite of all the Scooby memes, and this exact one, because when they add that little I forget what they usually say, but something similar to, and that really like makes you feel something or whatever. I hate that. I hate when they add more to it than this. This one is perfect. It's the perfect Scooby-Doo meme.
Yep.
That is all of the Scooby-Doo memes that we have. What are your final thoughts on the Scooby-Doo memes? Joel?
I have a lot to say, but I don't want to say too much at the same time.
I'll say it all. We're ready. We're here for it.
I want to see more Scooby-Doo memes, but I want to see in the future more clever ones. So you two can send them to me. Like I always enjoy getting a random meme whenever I see Scooby. I'm usually happy with it. I avoid a lot of the bad ones, the poor ones, the insignificant ones, fortunately. But I think there's better ones to be had out there, and I hope to see them. Not saying the ones we didn't see today, not all of them were great, but they've been around for a while, right? Some just future good ones, I guess.
Yeah, if people make some future good Scooby memes, we can do another episode.
We could do one, the naughty ones.
We could. We could. Yeah, maybe. We'll think about that. Wendy, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I kind of have a similar thought where there was a couple of good ones and I enjoyed them, but overall, I'm gonna say, given that there are some really cool memes out there for other things, the Scooby ones, they're a little boring. They kind of were. So, yeah, I think that people could definitely do better. I mean, my favorite series of memes is like the lady yelling at the cat. And it's so rare to find one of those that's not hilarious, like to me. And I don't think that there were any Scooby memes that made me feel like that. And I kind of think that there's a lot of fodder with Scooby, though. So there's like a ton of potential for really funny ones. And it's just that like no one has tapped into that yet. So yeah, I think maybe the clever people need to shift over into the Scooby realm and give us some really fun, maybe just like step up the Scooby meme game a little bit.
Yeah, and if you create any memes, send them to me so that we can talk about them on the panel, because that'll be fun. We like talking about stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'm not really sure that I loved many of these memes. I mean, there were a couple that were really good, but of all, there were 30 some memes that we just went over. Of all of them, just a couple being good wasn't. I don't know. I feel like there's so much, like you said, so much potential for there to be some really great Scooby-Doo memes. And some of them almost got there, but they just didn't really make it exactly what it should be. So, yeah, I would really like to see some better memes. I thought about us coming up with our own memes, but it's not something I would be good at, so I opted not to. But if you guys want to come up with memes and you want to send them to me before I put this out, I will gladly put them at the end of the panel and credit you. And
okay.
Wendy's like, all right, I'm on this. So that's it for us talking about the Scooby-Doo memes. We're going to wrap things up. Before we do, let everyone know where they can find you on social media. Wendy, we'll start with you.
On Instagram, I'm Wendy BRYDGE. On Twitter X, Wendy Loves Jesus. And my blog is wendylovesjesus.wordpress.com.
Joel?
I'm on YouTube. Just type in Planet Scooby like that cat meme.
And you can find all my links on ScoobyAddicts.com. If we missed any cool Scooby memes, send them to us so that we can see them, because we enjoy memes. They're fun. And thank you for joining us for another Scooby panel. Thank you for tuning in to another Scooby panel. I'm Nikki Blake from ScoobyAddicts.com. If you like these panels, please subscribe to my channel for more great discussions. A huge shout out to our patrons: Julie Rosen, Ross from ScoobyFan.net, Tagus, Garrett Spencer, Paul the Scooby Dude, and Jesse. If you would like to support the Scooby panel, please go to patreon.com/ScoobyAddicts. A very special thank you to artist, blogger, and Scooby collector Wendy BRYDGE, and Joel from Planet Scooby. Scooby Panel is available in podcast form on most podcast platforms or as a web series on YouTube. You can find Scooby Panel on Instagram, Facebook, and X as @ScoobyPanel. We are part of the Collector's Maze Network, where you can find all things geek. Scooby and Shaggy were voiced by Scott Innes. Check out Scott's website, onescottshop.com. ScoobyAddicts artwork by Will Davenport. Scooby Panel logo by Garrett Spencer. Video editing by Nikki Blake. Music composed and performed by Bovine Nightmares. Please join us next time for another Scooby Panel.